Hello people, this is Cobra and this is Let's Play Geneforge Blind, and boy do you probably have a lot of very good questions right now. Cam software screwed up, lost all progress, didn't think about that could happen, saved all the file, unrecoverable. I'm sorry. So I should probably explain what happened, and well, see what happened was that to start off I went up here to these burrows, and it's pretty much just your pretty standard dungeon with those roamers. We killed a few of them last session in the end, and fought a boss called a warp, which I guess we were pretty a bit over-leveled for it because we took care of it in short order. Found a servant mind in there who talked about how they actually can control creations, and as I talked before, that makes what they did down here a bit more justified. Then we went over here to, well, the Hill of Jars, or the Hills of Jars. Or as it should probably be known, the Hills of Locks, because there was locked doors all over the place. I had to use some of my essence pod and run big back and forth. Now, the roamers were pretty easy, and as you may have noticed, I created an Attila. This worm-like thing here, and someone talked about in the comments that maybe another glass cannon wasn't a good idea, and I thought, yeah, maybe, but I created one anyway because I wanted to test it out. And boy, how did that become useful in here? There's these plant beings called turrets, far range, average damage, but they're often in groups, and well, they can't move. So the best way to take care of them and not be shot to pieces was to strategically move my rangers units in such a way that they could fight on one-on-one, or in this case, 3-on-1, against these turrets. Because any attempt to run in just resulted in people dying. Usually Scrooge, I notice. So yeah. Also, there were mines in there. A sort of mushroom thingy. That were controlled by these bigger shroom-like things that release spores. So in one setting the shrooms were not active, and in another setting they would explode, and then we used Scrooge to test whether or not they would explode, whether or not we turned them off. Because he had the most HP, of course, and were the beefiest and all that. Then we went over here to Pencil Plains, and well, there were a lot of these so-called siege farts, but they weren't that dangerous. Most of us could kill them in one hit. But a large group of them and more artillers were blocking the route to Pencil. And see, here's what got interesting. We met some of those obeyers from Pencil, and they were like, oh, we've been beaten and battered, but now you're here. We'll sure turn the tide. But we're not going to attack right now, because we're tired and such. But in a moment, and while they were resting, I went up and killed all the beings blocking the way, and went back and were like, yeah, so that support you promised, turns out I don't need it anymore, but it would have been nice. And they were appropriately embarrassed, so that's nice. And then we continue on to Pencil. And yeah, that sums about an hour of journeying. Would probably been interesting. Oh, and I leveled up and used that level up to improve my shape abilities. So yeah. Also got a quest back in the first town, can't remember what it's called, to find a cooking knife somewhere. That's probably the quest that I've been asked to take. But anyway, we're here now, and yeah, this button here allows to easily see what people are. So that's nice. Yes, we're back to the whole don't steal stuff thing. It also makes it easy to see whether somebody is worth talking to. Let's see, let's just activate this route. It leads to Wooded Valley. Going back, you enter the village of Pencil. It is quite a bit more than a village, actually. This was a large fort, probably the administrative center. They weren't sure at first. It became clear that this island was once a major shaper research center. Whatever caused your people to declare Suki forbidden, it must have been very dramatic. As you enter, the effect on the surface is dramatic. They stare at you in awe. Even considering reactions to you so far, it's remarkable. Some of them fall to their knees. One of the guards walked up to you, staring at the ground and shuffling his feet. Shaper, welcome to Pencil. In the name of the obeyers, we welcome you. We are grateful that you have returned to rule and guide us at last. He walks back slowly, not daring to look directly at you. When you meet the gaze of one of these meat creatures, they look away. For once, on this island, your mini servants will treat you like servants elsewhere do. Well, if they want to treat me like royalty, I'm not gonna dissuade them from that notion. Just don't want them to think I'm God or anything, but Okay. That probably requires a key of some sort. Okay, let's see where this leads. This leads to Pencil East. Might as well unlock all the different routes now that we're walking around. So yeah, I think I can imagine how this turns out. We walk up here and there's another path that goes south this time. And then we will soon be returned to the entrance. No, no south. Oh, there it is. I was wondering. Yeah, here it is. Ah, there you are. And go on, this leads to Pentel Woods. Right. Okay, I think I unlocked all routes out of this place now. Alright, let's go into the city proper. Now that we expected their defenses. No one of note so far. So someone says Hall of the Obeyers. Huh. The vast hall is sparsely decorated. The floor is bare except for a scattering of chairs arranged for discussion. This is there was nothing placed here to distract from the business at hand. This is the meeting hall of Pentel and the center of the Obeyer sect. From here the plans of the servers are set into motion, all with the sole intention of pleasing the Shapers. Huh. Leader Riddell. You aren't used to seeing this complicated mix of emotion in the face of a servile. No, they're simple, obedient, docile creatures. Not this one. You've seen his face with look of one who spent many years in command, plotting and scheming, who has now come face to face with the thing he has watched for many years. Awe and cunning fight within him as he tries to decide how to deal with it. Finally, he says, Shaper, I have heard of your arrival. I am awed and grateful that you have returned to us at last. I'm Riddle. I'm the leader of the Obeyers, the only sect that has stayed steadfast and true in obedience to your kind. We know that you are alone here and endangered by the rogue creation that surround us. Hope that you have come to assist us and to reward us for obedience. He looks up to you expectantly. Teach me more. Gladly, Ship. My life is centered around describing our beliefs. I think they will, upon reflection, be pleasing to you. We are dedicated to nothing but showing your kind of the obedience we owe you as our creators. We hope one day we will be able to convince you to ally with us. Tell me more of your beliefs. I should not need to share, for I believe exactly those of you and your people. You are the creators, the formers. We were not there, and then we were, though through your will and effort. The Awakens say that our debt to you for your act of life-giving may be paid off. We do not know if that's true. We doubt it. But if a debt truly can be paid, it will take many, many more years of true obedience and service. Note, however, that we only serve the true Shapers who follow the Shapers' true beliefs. We feel that a ship has been twisted from the will of its kind, we will not obey. How do you decide whether a Shapers belief are valid or not? It is difficult to question, and one we have much discussed. We feel we owe obedience, but we are not sure whether we owe total obedience to all Shapers, and what to do if two Shapers say different things. For now, we decided to follow the Shapers' beliefs as the last represented to us before Shapers left. It is the best we can do. Well, I'm a bit conflicted, I must admit. On one hand, I respect them for their belief, and they stayed loyal to us even after their development. I believe they should be rewarded for their loyalty. Though the line you gave us the obedience we are owed seems a little self-important. But on the other hand, they did develop their own belief, so the other one's not right either. I mean, yes, belief based on how they were before, but there's nothing wrong in that. Before it was just how they were. Now they choose to be like that. They choose to be obedient and loyal to us, and, well, loyalty should be rewarded. Not to say that the others are disloyal. That's not exactly what they are. They were not sentient beings, but suddenly developed sentience and decided to follow another path, and I respect that. But I also believe we should be rewarded for wanting to help, and I believe that they deserve to be rewarded for this. But I don't believe that they owe me their obedience as such. It is they have chosen and stayed true to their course, and for that they should be rewarded. Can you follow me here? But yeah, this is the one I'd probably go for. Just ignore that you gave us obedience via owed line, because that's just too self-important. Richter exhales a deep release. So many years of self-doubt, Shaper. So many years of wondering why you abandoned us. Now we know, though. Now we know that we follow the true course. Thank you. Tell me of this village. Wait, learn more. What sort of thing have you done on this unknown name? I am glad you asked, Ship. We have attempted to maintain a structure to keep ourselves trained with the skills you required of us. In addition, we have interfered as much as we can with the strange rogue servile sects around us. Interfered how? However we could. We realized that if the awakened orphans take us gain strength, their ideas might escape Suki Island and infect others. So we maintained the servant minds, harassed the village, kept them from needed supplies, and so on. For example, we kept the servant mind control forward to the west alive and well. This has helped keep Valkyrie small and weak, and thus unable to search expand the anti-shape of views. Yeah, okay. This I don't like, however. People should be allowed to spread their views and share them. These people have chosen to be obedient, and respect for that, but they shouldn't force us to be it. Not that they're against sentience. Tell me of this village. This is the largest servile settlement in Sukia. We have worked hard to make it so. We want it to be ready for when the Shapers return. Still, the many threats we face have made our lot a difficult one. How have you obeyed us in our absence? For each of the tasks the Shapers have served us performed, we have one group which carries it out. We train each new generation to serve as the ancestors have served. Please, Shapers, speak with the servers here. Note their skills and loyalty and see how it has made us strong and prosperous. Tell me more about the rogues. I would, but I think you best learn of the threats which face us from those who must deal with them directly every day. Find Mikal. He can tell you much. And Shaper, if you're feeling merciful and kind, please help us. Recently our difficulties have been great. How can I leave this island? Who looks startled. After centuries of waiting for Shapers to return, it did not occur to him that upon your return you would immediately want to leave. Still, he was obedient. I don't generally think of such things, but I heard a pig speak of both reasons. It sounds somewhere. Thank you. You have been most kind. So yeah. So to hint at that, I might want to start running interference on those minds myself, because I... Oh! There was one of those essence things somewhere. I think. Sounded like it at least. Maybe in here? No? Well, the servants of Pendle claim total obedience to the Shapers. The very thing what I find here is a laboratory used for shaping new creations. It has been scrupulously maintained by the servants. Also look like, despite the absence of Shapers for many years, the lab has been renewed. The servants seem to have been trying to use Shaper powers on their own. Very strange and worrying. This bears further investigation. You meet a serval sage. You know the servals are often used as research and laboratory assistants. This one clearly aspires to be something more. You smell the sulfur stink of living Fioras. Welcome, Shape of the Old Services. I am Jaffe of the Obeyers. I've been here long and learned much. I'm sure there's much you want to know about Al. I can help you. What is this lab for? Do not fear, Shaper. I'm not following the arms forbidden to our servants. I would never attempt to try to make my own creations. I've been trying to tame existing creations, to control rogues, and to have them fight for us instead of against us. I expose them to training, to beating, and to essence, and appeal to their natural obedience to true Shaper form. Does that work? Yes, it does. Most of the rogues we captured do not survive the taming, but a few, all Fioras, have. They fight for us now in some places. We need all the forces we can have to survive us against us. Another question. I'd like to learn from you. I'm sure of this. I can only share my knowledge with an ally of the Obeyers. I know much, and I cannot afford to aid anyone who not sure to follow the true designs of the Shapers. Right. Yep, that is. Oh, Paisley, I've been looking for you. You meet a relatively happy Sermal, good-natured despite the horrors that surround her. When you approach her, she switches from happiness to ecstasy. The Shaper! Visiting me! I am honored! I am Pixley, the leader of the travelers, one who moves things about, who roam the whole isle, sometimes to aid the Shaper, sometimes for ourselves. It is the greatest honor to meet a Shaper at last. I am a messenger from Kual in Valkyrie. He wants to resume trade with you. Before you arrived, I would have said it would be futile, but you have done much to clear the route between here and there. Tell Qual that I'll do my best to begin sending goods here. You must be patient, though. It'll take time. There's still much danger on the roads. Yeah, still need to clear out that hills of jars. Do you travel around a lot? My ancestors were the ones who moved supplies around for the Shapers. We do the same thing now, keeping the routes of travel clear so that we may serve your kind in the same way when you return. But since you have been traveling, you must know how dangerous the task is. Yeah, could you inform me what's, like, east of here? First there's a river, spanned by 2 bridges, crumbling but intact. Then heavy woods, you'll find many rogue creations, but several outposts as well. Some of them will aid you. Then the deadly area of Cask, swarming with takers. Then a few jagged rocky peaks, and then water again. And north, desolate wastes with rogues and little elves. Beware of the area, Shaper. Not even my folk travel up there. What has made things very dangerous? That is an easy one. It's the bridges. The river to the east is spanned by 2 bridges, and they're both blocked. They're guarded by monsters and such. I lost 2 travelers, they're both killed. This was some horrible thing we have been hoping to see us rescue us from. If you'll be able to clear one of the bridges for us, we will be so thankful. Have you seen a boat in your travels? I wish I could meet you every need, Shaper, but I have never seen a boat. But, she thinks, one of my travelers told me she saw a ship recently, near the shore south here. It tells me how many days ago. Coincidentally, it was the same day you were attacked and swam to this island. She was traveling through the tombs. To get there, go south through the Pental Woods and then east. If you explore to the shore, you might find something.